How to be a ventriloquist, Part 2.
It's not like we need a part 2.
What?
Yeah, you covered everything we needed to know in part 1.
No, I really didn't. All I did was explain what ventriloquism is and isn't.
Exactly. And I've been doing just like you said, and I've got it down.
Got what down? Talking without moving your lips?
Exactly. That part is easy. I don't even have lips, but I can talk without moving my beak.
Really?
Want you see?
Okay.
Seashells lie the seashore. See?
Okay. Yeah, you're really good at that. But the rest of us need a bit more learning and practice.
Yeah. Dodo birds are just natural at this, I guess. Hey!
What?
I'm so good at this, maybe you should be the puppet.
Or maybe we could just get on with the tutorial.
Okay.
Whenever anyone wants to talk to me about ventriloquism, the first question they always want to ask is, how do you say the letter B? Or how do you say the letter M? That's what makes ventriloquism so impressive to a lot of people, that there are sounds that you can't make without moving your lips. B, P, M, F, and others. Some people assume that only certain people can be ventriloquists because they have some weird mouth shape that allows them to make those sounds. That's not true. I can't make those B or M sounds without moving my lips either. We have to find ways of working around those sounds. That will be the subject of the next couple videos after this one. But for now, I want to keep things simple. There are plenty of sounds you can make without moving your lips. And at the end of the video, I will give you some exercises you can try on your own. But before we get to the exercises, it's important to realize that the mechanics of ventriloquism isn't just about not moving your lips. It's also about not moving your jaw and not having your tongue movements be too obvious within your mouth. Truthfully, if you watch me doing ventriloquism, and I was careful to let you get an up-close view of me as I talk to George, my tongue movements are often far more obvious than my lip movements. So before we get to not moving lips, we need to focus some attention on not moving the jaw. Jaw motion can actually be worse than lip motion because jaw motion changes the shape of your entire lower face. With cheeks sinking in or moving out, jaw motion can become visible all the way up to your ears and to your eyes. So, even though the book of James says to tame your tongue, we need to start by taming our jaw. When I was first learning to do ventriloquism, I read that some people use a sort of dental appliance, something they can clench between their upper and lower jaw to keep their jaw still while they practice. I never tried this, partly because I didn't want to accidentally swallow something, partly because it felt like cheating, and partly because I thought, and I still think, that clenching something is a very non-relaxed mode, and being relaxed about what you're doing is an important part of any art form. So, this is what I found worked for me, and you may find something different that works for you. I decided that I needed some sort of anchor to help me gauge the distance between the jaws, and to keep that distance constant. For me, the anchor is this. I close my jaws just enough that my upper front teeth are resting gently against my lower lip. Key word is gently. I'm not pressing my teeth into my lip, just letting it rest lightly. That keeps my jaw just slightly open. I don't think it's even wide enough to fit a pencil in my mouth. The teeth on lip posture has the added advantage of helping to hide tongue motion. Now, depending on the shape of your mouth and jaw, whether you have a bit of an overbite or an underbite, this anchoring posture may not work for you, in which case, you will need to experiment and try to figure out a different way of anchoring your jaw position. If nothing else, you're going to spend hours in front of a mirror practicing phrases and watching your mouth. Watching for jaw motion will be the first thing you work on, because if you can't keep your jaw still, you won't be able to keep your lips still either. So now let's get to the exercises. I'm going to give you a series of phrases. These phrases will avoid using any of the sounds that you can't make without moving your lips. Each one focuses on a different sound you can make. I will say each phrase twice. If you can listen to this video while standing in front of a mirror, listen to me say the phrase the first time and then say it with me the second time while watching yourself in the mirror. Watch first for jaw movement, and then, as it becomes more and more natural to keep your jaw still, watch your lip movement. You should plan on doing this over and over again until it's mastered before you move on to the difficult sounds that I'll be covering in the next video. There's something that I forgot to mention, which I remembered while I was watching this video, so I'm inserting a little note. As you watch me do the exercises, you will probably notice that the way I hold my mouth is sometimes somewhat lopsided. That's not by accident. Most of the tongue motion you see comes from one side of my mouth, and that is the side that is turned toward the puppet. In other words, the way I turn my head hides some of the motion of my mouth. That little trick may or may not work for you, but it's worth experimenting with. And here are the exercises. She sells seashells. She sells seashells. Doug's Dodo delights daily. Doug's Dodo delights daily. Jungle Jack Jones is joyous. Jungle Jack Jones is joyous. Granola goes great on Greek yogurt. Granola goes great on Greek yogurt. Hello, Harry Houdini. Hello, Harry Houdini. Candace kicked the can. Can you? Candace kicked the can. Can you? Luke Luck likes lakes. Luke Luck likes lakes. No need to light a night light on a night like tonight. No need to light a night light on a night like tonight. Raging rhinos reject Russian rock and roll. Raging rhinos reject Russian rock and roll. Stainless steel toy turtles. Stainless steel toy turtles. Yellow yodelers yell yo. Yellow yodelers yell yo. Zany and zealous zoo zonkies. Zany and zealous zoo zonkies. Practice these over and over. And remember,
Practice makes perfect.
exactly.
Unless you're a dodo bird, in which case you don't even need to practice.
Right.
Have a great day.
Now, just jumping in one more time to say, even though I told you to master it, and Jeorge said practice makes perfect, perfection is not actually the goal here. In our very distrustful age of digital production, camera trickery, and photoshopping, those telltale motions in your throat and in your tongue actually help people to know for sure you're not faking it. So mastery really means practice until you're skillful enough to support the illusion, while still ensuring that no one thinks you're engaging in sneaky skullduggery.
Sneaky skullduggery. What a great phrase. Can they say sneaky skullduggery without moving their lips?
Well, they should be able to.
Sneaky skullduggery. Sneaky skullduggery. Sneaky skullduggery.
Okay, Jeorge, that's enough. And remember, if you have any questions about ventriloquism, things like,
Did you ever use ventriloquism to get your classmates in trouble?
questions like that, drop a comment below, and towards the end, I'll do a Q&A video with your questions.